Yeah. Okay, let's continue.
All right.
All right.
And whenever you're ready, you can do the whole drop.
Okay.
Okay, man.
Okay. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Not So Round Table. We're joined today by a special guest.
Hey.
Everybody's like, who's this
Yes!
guy?
Whose chest is that? Yeah.
Matt.
Yeah.
Introduction.
Yeah.
Go.
You guys might recognize this badass individual next to me.
Stop it.
As Josh from Classic Army. He's in the studio today introducing some products as well as doing the insert. So thanks for coming back.
Oh, thanks for having me.
No, we have to have you.
What?
All
right,
No, I am so tired. I'm just making stuff up today.
So you're familiar with how the show works?
I am
You
very.
guys submit questions in the comment section of previous videos. Those go into the helm of reasoning, and our special guest starts us off.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Here we go.
Miguel's telling me to get off the show. Okay.
No pressure. Pick a good one.
All right, let's go with this one. All right. I'm a Saber Gaming 3. Dear insert, I am a beginner airsofter and I like SMGs. Would a AK-74U make a good option
Yes.
for SMGs? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make sure it has rails on it.
Unless you're an AK purist.
Yeah.
No.
I'm
It's
not.
more of a joke for Matt.
Oh.
Because
Yeah.
Matt was saying they don't have rails.
No, I
And then
said. Whatever.
last week, he's like, it doesn't have rails, but there's one right there with
It
rails.
wasn't last week. It was... Whatever.
Last insert.
Yeah. The
I know, it's been a
AK-47U
while, guys. We apologize.
The AK-47U is a great choice for a beginner. It's got good range, a lot of mag capacity. I think the only thing is portability. But I think the only thing that you'll find that will limit future options is if you're a beginner and you're trying to be on a limited budget.
Yeah.
There's a very specific battery type that you can use for AKs like the 74U. It's a stick type battery that goes in the top. So that's if you wanted to keep one battery for multiple guns, that's gonna dictate a little bit what kind of guns you're gonna be able to use in the future if you are stuck using that battery.
Yeah, unless it's like stick type lipos.
Right.
But...
And even then, due to length, unless you're doing buffer tube.
Anyway, like we didn't announce, I was just gonna say really quick, we've been offline for a few weeks. We've had a lot of events to go to. Matt's been busy. I've been busy. Everybody's been busy. Don't worry, show's not canceled, obviously,
Obviously.
except for next week.
Next week. But what am I going to watch on YouTube?
No, he's.
The official Nelly the official Nelly. I keep thinking the 2 weeks thing.
Yeah, because they're next to each other.
Yeah, dear insert, how do I find out about large scale events? Every website I find is really behind, and all I see is these videos of people like Desert Fox and Navrich going to these events. I would love to participate in them. How do I do this?
Aha. Mm-hmm.
Good question.
Usually, most of the event organizers have a up-to-date website.
Obviously, sorry, that's not.
Yeah, obviously,
yeah.
Josh is wearing the American Milsim. They're almost always up to date and have their dates usually announced months in advance, and they do events around the country. Same with Operation Lion Claws. Milsim West, I would actually follow their Facebook page to get a lot more details of when their upcoming events are. But once the events are open for registration, they are on their website.
Right, and I would say that's the case for even event organizers that we're forgetting. The Op Lion Claw games, some of the Black Sheep games.
Yeah, I mean everybody has a website that usually is updated
or social media.
You could always check out a third-party website like Airsoft C3, for example.
Mm-hmm.
They're a good resource for fields and shops and other stuff, so definitely check them out. A lot of Facebook groups, like there's local ones here in California that say they're specific groups to like when events are happening or things like that, and people use that to promote their events here in SoCal. So that's my suggestions.
What they said. they hit everything.
No, you have to disagree with me.
Oh.
Be like, no, George, this is not how you do things.
No.
Yeah, see?
I failed.
Well, how did you before you started working for Classic Army? Like, how did you find out about events?
Mostly just Facebook. You have friends that talk about it. You look up Facebook groups. That's probably like the best thing to do if you don't know anyone who is really into airsoft. Is find a Facebook group and then you have a whole new set of friends.
Mm-hmm. And then you can send each other pictures of your loadouts. All right. Next. Oh man.
Yeah, I know, it's okay.
It's just not working. Robo10 Robo10 asks, how do I submit questions? Like that. Exactly like that. Like you did already.
You comment in the video below.
In literally the exact same format that you did.
That's good.
Yep. Congratulations, Robo10.
Should you pull another one or no? Me?
Yeah, you keep going in a circle.
Oh, okay.
Wow, I don't know. I'd Matt pull another one. That was his question.
All right.
Yeah, that was it.
Duct Tape Dude 2711. Do you use the same helmet every time for the helmet reasoning, or do you just get a black Mick helmet from the store every time?
No, it's been used since the beginning. It's actually been in the studio for like 4 years.
Yeah.
The foam on the inside has actually all been removed by somebody a long time ago, and I don't think you can wear it as a helmet anymore.
I think whoever would have been here to know that it was missing isn't here anymore.
Yeah, probably. It's from like the relic of old. Like I think it just kind of.
I thought they were talking about games. Or it's this game.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's this actual helmet.
Okay, well.
So no, this is the
You
specific
can't switch
helmet.
out the helmet reasoning, right?
What's up?
You
I
can't
wonder if
switch
we
out the helmet reasoning.
Well, I wonder if we switched it out one day if anybody had noticed. Like if we switched it out for like
I
black
mean,
baseball.
people got mad. People got mad when we trade places. Imagine how mad they'd be if it was like a green helmet,
or
like
like
a
a black
2000.
top hat. Like they just like
We
have
changed
no
it.
idea.
We changed it to a fast helmet in foliage green or coyote, and they're like, "What the heck? Why did you do that?"
Little boonie hat.
Yeah.
Ooh, a boonie hat. I like that.
We're like, what if we like start changing things? Like we'll change like 5 things per episode, right? And then it becomes like one of those like what's the difference games where someone's sitting there with a screenshot trying to circle like what we've changed.
They have last week's video up and then this week's video up, and they're like, okay, wait, no.
And we change like small things. Like
Yeah.
we put a mag in a gun, and we take it out and put it in another gun.
We're
Matt.
actually working on a cardboard cutout of Josh so we can stand him in the background
This is true.
in every episode.
Different positions.
Yeah.
What we want to do is actually we want to put a green screen behind us, and then we're gonna film it like TRL back in the day, and then we'll have like all of the like Jet, you, everybody in the background going like, "Oh my God, it's Matt and George on insert." I'm
What is that?
completely being sarcastic.
What is TRL?
You didn't watch MTV in the 90s?
Look, dude, I didn't have cable until I was 25 years old.
Total Request Live.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't that where Cameron Diaz started? Wait, what's his name?
Wait, just we know it's like
It's that one.
What's
movie.
it? Carson Daly.
Carson
yeah,
Daly.
That's where
I
he
had the
started.
initials right.
Cameron Diaz, Carson Daly, you know,
They look
totally the same person. Glint the Strong asks, what could I do to practice when I only get to the field about once a month? I have no fields that are close, that are in, wait. I have no friends that are into airsoft themselves. Any advice on how to do target practice without worrying about people calling the cops? Backyard is really not an option. Miguel's
calling the
answer
cops.
is front yard. No, do not do that. Matt's answer is basement.
Does he
That's not,
have
my,
a
that's not my answer.
Basements exist in other parts of the country, just not in
I
California.
know, but that was not my answer.
What's your answer?
I'll wait for you guys.
I'd say garage.
Yeah, garage, or if you have a long hallway that doesn't have breakable stuff. No.
Parents' bedroom. You just just run around your house, just shooting your parents.
nice.
Give him my pro first. Don't shoot the TV.
Yeah, give him my pro.
Don't shoot the
Just-
TV or your monitor. Okay.
Dad, could you put this on real quick? Wait, why? Pah!
Improvement.
So here's my suggestion. If depending on where you play, let's say for this conversation that you play indoor CQB. 90% of the skills that you need to be good at indoor CQB, you will not need a gun for. Shooting is the last thing in CQB that you need to practice, because you will get better at that simply by using the pistol. Because as you get more, or using the AEG or whatever it is, because the more you use it, the more comfortable you get with it. It's just like a camera, a computer, anything you've used, right? The more you do it, the more used to you get at it. So that means that aiming will become easier because you know where it's going to shoot. You can predict, where the BB is going to go, things like that. What you need to practice is tactics, movement, and situational awareness. And you can do all of those without an airsoft gun. Practice moving around corners, practice moving in a group, practice your sight lines. If you can get somebody else, practice moving up with each other through a location, whether it be your backyard or a garage or a house. Practice moving with somebody without having to communicate. Practice pieing corners, practice taking a knee, practice going around corners with your offhand. So that means if you're a right-handed shooter and you're used to looking around right-hand corners and that's easy for you, approach a corner on the left side, try going around the left side, force yourself to be more comfortable doing things that you're uncomfortable with. And if you can get the physicality down and you can practice those things without the airsoft gun, then as soon as that's in your hands, that's the final piece that you will just naturally be better at. So if you can beat somebody strategy-wise and movement-wise, then you'll automatically be set up for a better shot.
Is this how you became a pro?
Yes.
This is how you gained your skills that you have today?
No. I had somebody on my drag handle who would push me forward every 30 seconds or shoot me in the back.
Yeah, I know. But,
Yeah, that. Yeah, so that was my suggestion.
It's your question, Matt.
Or be lucky enough to have a field like Game Pod near you.
Only
Just
like an
saying.
hour out.
Yeah.
Only an hour? Jeez.
I was going to say,
So
like,
spoiled.
I mean, we'd say that Tax City's close to us. I mean, it's only a 30-minute drive, but it's actually an hour drive because of traffic.
yeah.
But it's
Your-
also,
your guys'
I mean-
traffic is crazy.
it also doesn't have like streets and gas stations in it.
Or a plane.
Or a plane. You guys have a plane?
Times and you haven't seen the
We
plane?
haven't been there.
There was an airplane?
Yeah.
In the corner, not on our spawn.
Yeah, we haven't.
It was an airport.
Oh, wait. It was the one at the game where we had the bomb. We had to take the...
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I remember. It's a fuselage. It's not a whole plane.
Well, it's not a whole plane, but
But it's like a, yeah.
Valhack just got a plane.
They did. They just got a MiG.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Whatever.
Call me.
Tell me when you get an F-14 Tomcat. All right.
I think that'd be a lot more expensive.
Stealth Gaming asks, Dear Insert, what do you think about airsoft car chases, similar to the one that you guys did with Jet the Desert Fox a while back? Fun, too dangerous, etc.
All the above.
I mean, Matt almost
Yeah.
took out a building with the Humvee.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's expert driving.
Iceman?
You were not Iceman. Quote of the day. Matt, if you do this, you're Iceman. Matt was not Iceman.
Anyway, what do you guys think?
Sorry, I didn't mean to just drive that.
No, it's cool.
If you have an area that you can do safely, I would say that would be pretty awesome as long as you're recording it.
Mm-hmm.
But make sure there's no other cars in the area or people you can run over. Or, just go in the desert.
I just
Go in the
don't.
desert.
I mean, the BBs were so hard to be at. Like, there were so many different trajectories of where BBs were going based off of how people were driving in specific ways. I don't know. I mean, it was fun, but it wasn't like amazing. Like, I don't think of it as like the coolest experience ever.
So, we've done I would say two notable car chases that we've filmed before. We did the one at Jets Mount Field, and we did the one at Broken Home, as you remember, as part of our dam.
Yeah.
Where we had to, shoot out of the back of the deuce and a half.
Yeah.
One thing I realized that you really don't get the sense of in car chases in movies is how difficult it is to shoot from a moving vehicle. I would say 90% of your shots go wild, and you'll never hit your intended target. Partially that's because the gun is moving up and down, and because your body's moving up and down, and just because of the speed. You've got other things to concentrate on besides just the shooting of the airsoft gun. And because of that, unless you're on a sanctioned field or out in the middle of nowhere, the risk of hitting some bystander or someone's property other than your own is very high.
Yeah.
Not to mention, in the 2 times that we did both of those chases, because we're being thrown around so much, it's very easy for someone to either lose something on the ground and get run over or fall out of the vehicle themselves. So unless you're working with trained professionals that have a safety system in place, or you're attached to the vehicle, semi-permanently, I would suggest against it. I know that's not a fun answer, but I don't want anybody getting hurt just because something looks cool.
Let's see. Henry, is that Sim 3? Sim 3, sorry.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Dear Insert, what happened to the Twitch YouTube Insert live stream? #Insert live.
Um,
#Insert live.
Yeah, I see that.
I mean, The Twitch thing we're still looking into. There's we got to figure out how it's relatable to the Twitch market, which is mostly gaming based. So we're trying to figure that out. We have some networking issues here at the office that we're trying to work around to make it work. Probably, hopefully, maybe 3 months. I'm kind of see how it goes. There are other options that we're looking into, whether it be Facebook live streaming, YouTube live streaming. But we really do enjoy the show in its current form. I think that it flows a lot better than some live shows. So, I don't know. I mean, it's a good question. Matt, thoughts?
When it's not live, we can cut out things like this. I'm just kidding.
That's another reason. Is I don't know if Matt and I we need to have that safety net of being able to censor ourselves.
Well, okay, so from a viewer standpoint, because I know you watched the show a couple times, right?
Yeah, one or two.
Do you find that it's more convenient for you to tune in on your schedule, or do you click the link like as soon as you see it uploaded?
It's a tough question because I mean, with life and everything,
Right.
With life,
I like that.
it is easier for it to work on your own schedule. So as soon as the video goes up, you can either click on it right away or go work and do other stuff and then go watch the video. But if you're at the mercy of the streamer, then it's a little bit harder to work it around your schedule, especially if you have like a 9-to-5 job and they do the live stream in at like 3:00 when you're always working.
And that's kind of where I came at it from. A large portion of our viewer base is here in the United States, and we've got several time zones, and so it'd be difficult, I think, to find a happy medium where everyone could tune in. But a great deal of our viewership is also international. We got a lot of guys who watch from Japan and Germany and the UK, and so finding a time that works for everybody would be very, very difficult unless we were doing it in the middle of the night. And then that kind of excludes the guys that are here in the United States. And so finding a time to do it, I think, is our biggest issue, aside from picking a platform, not necessarily Twitch or Facebook, picking a platform where we're going to have the most people be able to view it, because we don't want to do it and then have 10 people tune in, because then we might as well just record it for everyone to see, at their convenience. So a big input from you guys, if you guys are around the world, is what times work best for you and what time would you like to see, and maybe we can correlate those numbers into an average that works for everybody. But yeah, that's why we haven't done it yet.
There's technical difficulties. I'll do the last question.
And we can cut out this.
And we don't have Ryan's flair that we can add, at the end of every video. This is a good question, and we'll ask you this question too, even though it doesn't relate to you. Bear with me. Spencer Peterson asks, "Do your insert? Why did you guys start working at Evike?" So then the answer for you will be, "Why did you start working in Classic Army?" And we'll start with you since you're a guest.
Oh, okay.
So, go ahead, tell your story.
All right, here we go.
Here
we go.
I started out doing YouTube videos like, I don't know if anyone's ever seen it, but it's Delta J061. So, I used to do like gun reviews and stuff like that, and then the owner of Classic Army, who I knew before he owned Classic Army, or Classic Army USA, asked me, hey, I really like how you market yourself and all that kind of stuff. Would you want to be the marketing manager? And it was like a dream come true because, playing with toy guns for a living. So, yeah, that's pretty much how it was, is you get to turn a hobby into a career. And luckily I was able to do that.
And that was all very recent, correct?
That's like within the last year.
Yeah, so.
And I'm still here, so I must be doing something right.
You're doing your job well.
Matt?
Yes.
How did you become the face
No idea.
of Evike.com?
I have no idea.
And how... Can I tell the story?
I don't know whose idea it was. But it's a terrible idea.
What's great
Whoever
about
they are
the
should be
story
fired.
is originally Matt was going to do all of this for free. So what happened was if you go back on the YouTube channel like 6 years with Brandy Grace.
There's a very nice young lady named Brandy Grace who used to do
reviews and stuff.
Reviews for us.
And
our
she
channel.
was moving on to other things.
You should be a car model, I think, now.
Yeah, and then
That's where I'm going next.
Being a car
You're gonna be
model.
a car model?
Bikinis and Porsches. Get ready, world.
You look more like a boat model to me, though.
Really?
Yeah.
I could do boat modeling. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
but you-
schooners
he would-
and
he would-
sailboats, or
Hey,
like
no,
power boats?
He has
Oh,
like
I mean,
if
like
he had
a
the
little sailor's
blazer
outfit, you know?
He had the blazer and the shorts.
Okay, all right. Yeah,
I agree with Josh on this one.
Yeah.
2017 catamaran.
Hey, you got your.
sales.
Yeah,
Okay.
anyway, so continue, and then
No, I had a very good friend that worked here at the company.
Matt, right?
Matt, and I hadn't played for a number of years. I hadn't seen Matt in a number of years. There was another company I worked for that was slowing things down. I had a lot of free time that I wasn't working, and I came in to visit Matt one day, and the Brandy Grace had just submitted her resignation. She was moving on to other things, and Matt came out and he was like, "You went to school for theater, right?" And I was like, yeah, I did." And I had just come to have lunch with him, and he's like, "Cool, hold on a second." Brings out the
Cliff.
brand new marketing department.
One person,
One
Cliff.
person. Cliff comes out and he was like, "Hey, your friend Matt tells me about you. You have a theater background?" And I was like, I do. And he was like, "You play airsoft?" And I was like, "I do." And he's like, "Cool, you come back to the back room with me." And I was like, "The what?" And so then they take me into the break room and he's like, "Hey, just have a seat here real quick." And then the boss comes in and he's like, "So I hear you're looking for a job." And I was like, yeah, I could work, sure.
And you're like, "No, I'll do this for free. I'll just come in and do this for free."
Mm-hmm.
No, we're gonna pay you.
Yeah.
And then the rest is
Well, no, and then the question was, do you want us to pay you, or do you want to keep one of everything you review?
yeah.
Which, now that I've reviewed some miniguns, no, just kidding. Yeah, so there you go.
What about you?
I was working in the video game industry, and let me see, I was working at a company called Technicolor Interactive, which produces a lot of film stuff for film, meaning actual film, for projectors. They do a lot of movie touch-ups and stuff like that. Anyway, they had a gaming division. It was in Burbank. A friend of mine went over to Evike.com one day to get an airsoft gun. That's how I got into airsoft. And then when I basically met the owner of Evike.com, our boss, through another friend, and then I started doing video reviews on the side. And then in around 2010, I wasn't working at the time. I was doing a lot of freelance, and I was doing some more reviews. And then it just kind of oh, we need somebody who can do reviews full time. And it just kind of came into that. And then eventually our marketing manager left to pursue other things, so I took over that role. And then now here we are, a big happy family.
Aww.
And then we brought Ryan on. He used to work in the storefront. There we go. Yeah, that place. He needed a summer job, and then he decided that he wanted to
Stay for 4 years.
stay for 4 years. And then we brought on Chris. Chris is Roger's replacement.
Oh.
Just Roger went on to move on to better thing or bigger and better things.
But I guarantee you it wasn't boat modeling.
It was not boat modeling, but with that beard, I don't know. I think he would actually.
Oh man, would you buy a boat from Roger?
No,
Yeah,
but
I would totally buy a boat from
No,
Roger.
but I would buy a line of hatchets and axes.
I'd buy a helicopter from Roger.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like the Catalina wine mixer.
When he came in, I want to see if I can dig up the photo. He came in for Halloween when you're as a legit Fidel Castro.
Buy a cigar from
He had the cigar and he had the army jacket and he just got the glass and he was just oh my.
The scary thing was he was too close.
He got arrested that same day.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
All right, should we? What do you think? Should we do one more question?
No, I think that was a good one to go out on. I think we're hitting our time. We're at 26 minutes. Matt wants to answer another question because you can tell he's got a frown on his face.
I want Josh to answer one more.
Okay.
You want to close this out? You want
Alright.
to finish this bad boy?
You've been waiting so long to be on this show.
I feel like we gotta. It's been too long, so we gotta.
You can come down and visit anytime you want. You just got to drive
6
5,
hours.
6 hours. That's not that hard.
Yeah.
Hopefully the company will start flying me out. That'd be even better.
Burbank's pretty close.
Nick Overcash 3. Oh no, wait, that 3's from 3 days ago.
Yeah.
So Nick Overcash.
We do it all the time.
Fail.
Don't worry about it. We do it all the time.
Dear Insert, I've been playing CQB for almost 2 years now, and I'm waiting to play more MilSim/field type games. Any advice as I change over?
That's a good question.
Water?
Because
Water?
you actually,
Yeah.
for the most part, played CQB and now you've started to do more
I
milsims.
was in your position, yes.
Cool.
So
we don't even. Matt and I don't even have to talk for this, right? You got this.
yeah.
He's gonna break
I
it
got
down.
this. All right, break it down. So I used to play at GamePod Combat Zone like almost every weekend, and when I started moving over into Classic Army stuff, I got sent out to Milsim games, so like Faded Giant, or not Faded Giant, Broken Home. So a lot of like really long range engagements compared to CQB. Biggest thing I would recommend is probably get a gun that has a longer barrel, because you're going to want to have more options when you're engaging targets at a farther range. I mean, a lot of the tactics from CQB transfers over into, providing cover, pie in the corner, all that kind of stuff. So you shouldn't have to worry too much about that. It's just mostly changing your gear for that type of engagement.
What changes in gear did you have? Did you go from like a chest rig to a full plate carrier? Did you carry water when you played CQB on you, or was it like a bottle that you now carry water?
So CQB, I actually wore a full plate carrier. I didn't really have any hydro or anything like that, because there's always break times. When you're in a Milsim game, definitely get a plate carrier or a hydro pack to stay hydrated. And I'd probably suggest getting a chest rig, because at Broken Home, I was wearing pretty much everything I wore for CQB, and it was just super heavy. So when you're playing outdoors, you don't have to worry too much about getting point blanked or anything like that. So, start lightening up your gear, going with a chest rig, and.
Yeah, no. I mean, that was a really good point. Is I remember I was, this has been a big thing that I've noticed at Milsim West games in particular, is you see a lot of people go down as heat cas because they're wearing too much gear. And when you're in a situation like Broken Home, like, you should be set up in a recce setup. Like, I mean, there's just no reason for you to wear a helmet. There's no reason for you to, be wearing full body armor type plate carrier system. You should honestly be wearing chest rigs. You should be wearing boonie hats, stuff that's really lightweight and fast.
Unless you're forced to wear a GoPro.
Then that's your problem.
By Ryan.
That's your problem. I'm kidding. I mean, that's, wearing a helmet for a GoPro obviously is one of those things, But that's one thing I've learned a lot about with doing some games with Milsim West out in like forest environments, is definitely lighting up your kit.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I find it counterintuitive, is because when I started Milsim, I thought like, oh, I'm going to carry everything with me, because we're going to be out for extended amounts of time. And you never know if I've got to survive on the field on my own, but you really end up carrying far, far less. And so the plate carrier versus the chest rig makes a lot more sense. Especially because, I remember for CQB games, because it was, high speed, indoor, dump in mags, I'd carry like 10 mags on me. And now, for Milsim games, I really only carry like 6 maximum. And
they're all mid caps, versus high caps. I mean, I'll go back to what I was. I mean, necessarily if you're doing a recce style kit at Milsim West game, you have to also keep in mind you are carrying gear for the weekend. Like, you're carrying a backpack, so you actually want to try to limit the amount of gear that's for the actual game part of it.
Yeah.
That's because you're carrying so much other stuff. That's just my personal opinion. That's what I noticed. Like, I enjoyed Broken Home this year. All I ran was a chest rig. I threw 2 bottles of water in each pocket, and that's it. And it was awesome.
I didn't. Plus, I ran with Robo.
That was a big mistake.
That was a big mistake. He's like, oh, let's go on a 3-mile hike to go flank the enemy, and I was dead tired of him.
How many ticks did you get?
I actually got none.
Oh, you and Miguel, man. I don't know. Yeah, what be for you? Oh man, I got 3. I got 3 on me, and they love me. They like dig in, and oh god, it's.
I love how Robo is always just like, great, is everybody as fit as I am and climbs mountains? Cool, everyone on me, we're huffing this thing. Like, what? Yeah.
Most of my footage
Robo
was
really needs to go to a Milsim West event.
He just needs to slow down. Let's break both of his
Calling
legs.
you
He'll
out
still
now.
be faster than us.
Most of my footage was unusable because I was just heavy breathing the entire time.
So wait a minute. If Robo hit his wall and was like throwing up, what did that mean for the rest of you? Did you all die?
Almost.
Yeah.
Almost.
Because you guys went on that med mission too, right? Or
Well,
did you know?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you were smart.
Yeah, I was hanging out with you.
Oh yes, I remember now. We were doing important things.
Very important.
Very important things at our tent. Very important.
Yes.
This went really weird. So if you guys want to see Josh in a game and you haven't signed up for Copperhead yet,
Yes.
that is fast approaching. It's in Playas, New Mexico. Copperhead 2.5. You're going to be there.
Yep. We'll have a booth set up.
The
And you're
minigun
going to
will
be
be
playing
there.
The
with
minigun
a
will be
super slick, super cool squad, I hear.
Mm.
So
Wait,
we'll
what?
see you. I've been hearing things.
Beer 30.
Oh, we're bringing back Beer 30?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
What? Wait, I'm lost.
You weren't part of Beer 30.
I was not.
You
No, you're too fast
yeah,
for
you
Beer
were
30.
too fast.
All right.
That's for us slow guys, okay? Who have messed up knees and other things wrong with them.
So if you guys have any future questions for future episodes, put those in the comment section below so they can go into the helm of reasoning. If you guys would like to have Josh back again, because
Please.
we really haven't gotten a chance to bring you on before. If you guys want to see him come back and continue to pick his brain for the plethora of airsoft knowledge that he has,
Which is very little.
what are you talking about?
Yeah,
dude?
more than us.
Yeah. Comment in the section below that you'd like to have him back, and we'll try to get him back down here more often than he's been on here before. Which
Yeah,
is
maybe
not.
maybe you'll get on a plane.
Yeah.
Yes.
See you guys later.
Later, guys.
Take it easy.